Boom shakalaka, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters around the world. It is your boy, Christian, aka the Esoteric Noetic, aka the Chocolate Nubian Sobrada from Ghana, West Africa. Dropping the West-Atlantic truth bombers. You can rely on me because I am true blue. I stand with Dan Fauci, Scummer, George Soros, Joe Cross Biden. I'm on team meh. Sure to like the video, subscribe, click on the bell, tell your friends, tell your mom, drop some comments, let us know what it is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason I have this smile from ear to ear on my chocolate dial, it's because we got some good news. It seems there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It seems like we truly have some true blue Aussies here in Australia, mate. Namely, Craig Kelly. Independent MP Craig Kelly says he will introduce a bill, to wait for it, ban boom shakalaka passports. And you know what I'm talking about when I say the boom shakalaka. In Australia, mate, as soon as Parliament commences. Now, for a long time, the Australian media, the government, has been putting this narrative that, look, we're not going to go back to normal unless, of course, we get boom shakalaka. You're not going to be able to leave the country or come into the country unless, of course, you get boom shakalaka. You're not going to be able to leave the state, or maybe you won't be able to leave your home. But it seems that a lot of people are waking up to what is going on. Don't think it's a proportionate response, and fundamentally actually believe in rights, morals, freedom from aggression, freedom from the tyrannical BS that the government wants to implement. And I've been saying no to tyranny, namely Craig Kelly, and have taken it upon themselves to start a campaign to put an end to this nonsense. Because look, let's be real. Let's be real about this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, a lot of us want to travel. A lot of us want to see our friends and family around the world. I mean, Australia isn't what it was a few hundred years ago. People have friends and family all around the world. And one of the reasons, I would argue, that they are implementing that everyone is a good little citizen and takes the boom shakalaka is by telling people that unless, of course, you take the boom shakalaka, you won't be able to fly. You won't be able to fly? Now, granted, look, a lot of us are like, look, I'm not taking the boom shakalaka no matter what. I mean, I seriously don't care. You can do whatever you want. I will not take the boom shakalaka. End of story. It's not up for discussion. But a lot of us that are a bit more practical want to be able to fly, want to be able to leave the state, leave our homes. And granted, the government has absolutely no right to be coercing businesses or individuals to do any of this stuff. I think understandably a lot of people feel like they're going to have to comply to this because they want to leave the country. They want to visit their friends and family. And this poses a serious problem, ladies and gentlemen. Thank goodness we are finally seeing a pushback. Now, I've always maintained that things are very dark right now, but make no mistake about it, there always is a light at the end of the tunnel. The arc of the moral universe always bends towards justice, and it's only a matter of time before we start seeing people waking up and taking back their freedoms. And this is what I love. I truly believe that the fighting spirit of the Australians is still there, at least within some of us. And I would invite all of you, regardless of what you think in regards to the seriousness of the situation right now, this pandemic. I mean, this isn't about whether or not you think this is. Let's be real about this, all right? I mean, this is how it's supposed to work, ladies and gentlemen. Regardless of whether or not you think this thing is safe or dangerous or whatever it is, if you are concerned about something, if you're concerned about getting a virus, you're concerned about anything happening to you, it's incumbent upon you to take actions to mitigate those risks. If you're worried about catching some virus, you wear a mask. If you're worried about catching a virus, if you fly, don't fly. If you're worried about things going on, if you're worried about a big, strong black boy popping a cap in your ass, then don't go out. But the moment you start to say, oh, look, I'm worried that some blackie might come and beat me up, therefore black people shouldn't be allowed out in the street, after 9 p.m. The moment you start saying, oh, you shouldn't be allowed to fly unless in case you get a boom shakalaka or wear a mask, because you could affect me. You start becoming a bad person. You become the enemy. You become the aggressor. Freedom from aggression, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be real about this. What do you think you're doing when you tell a government that they must force people to be inoculated? They must force people to wear a mask. Would you go and do that to someone yourself? Would you go up to someone because you're scared about what they might do? You see me on the street, see me looking all intimidating, and you decide to force me into my home because you're worried about something that might happen to you? Obviously not. But this is what it's come to. People are, and not that long ago, we had an official, another MP, say that men shouldn't be allowed out in the streets after a certain time, just so that women could keep safe. Is this really what you believe? Because I'm going to be real about this. I like to joke around. I like to be silly, but I'm going to call things as they are. You are an immoral person, and I think we need to start pushing this into the cultural narrative. That if, in the same way that we look at racism, we look at people that are racist, and I think most of us go, "Oh, you're weird. You're gross. I don't like you. Why are you being racist towards black people? I mean, they haven't done anything to you. I mean, sure, they might pop a cap in someone's ass every once in a while, but it doesn't mean they're all bad." But as soon as but in the same way that we do that, we have this narrative that it's not cool to be racist. Why don't we see this narrative that it's not cool to be an aggressive person, to want to force people into their homes because you're scared? In fact, I look at the latter as being far worse. If someone told me that they don't want me going out in the street because I'm a man, someone told me that they don't want me flying because they're worried that I might be carrying some virus that might infect them, I would tell them that they are a bad person and they should stay the hell away from me. But for some reason, we live in a society where it's become acceptable that you can now call for the government to do these things because you don't have the balls to do it. Oh, look, I'm just going to get my government to come and, force you to mask up, force you to get boom shakalaka because I'm worried something might happen. It's absolutely disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. And we need to start pushing this narrative. We need to start speaking up against this. We need to start supporting MPs like Craig Kelly that try to put an end to this insanity and start standing for the actual morals, the values of this country, which isn't all about, hey, taking away our individual rights, but it's about not only respecting each other, but valuing people's sovereignty, people's ability to make decisions for themselves, and not to be coerced by governments. I mean, granted, look, if these companies, right, were making decisions that they thought were truly in the interests of the general public, which I'm sure some of them do, and decided to require a boom shakalaka passport, yeah, they have every right to do that. I think they'd probably go out of business. But as soon as the government starts regulating these businesses, start regulating individuals, well, we have a problem, and that's what we're seeing right now. Anyway, this article I came across from Sky News talks about how there is a global push for the boom shakalaka passports. It's gaining momentum in a bid to reopen borders and restart the tourism industry, but many object to the idea. Damn straight, many object to the idea. This is not some ubiquitous thing where everyone wants to get a boom shakalaka passport. I think anyone that is even a little awake, not woke, not bought into this whole woke culture of let's all take away our individuality. No. People that can actually see what's going on realize that, there's a push, there's a narrative that, everyone is in line with this, but there are a lot of people that are not in line with it. You'll find that it's probably closer to, as far as wanting to force people to take on this stuff, to travel, I think you'll find that, I think it'd be closer to maybe 50% of the population are not in line with that. How crazy is that? Well, we can have 50% of the population making a decision, or 51% making a decision to rule over the other. And this is what we're having in this democratic system. That's not how democracy is supposed to work, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just, the majority gets to decide whatever happens. It has to be outside of individual rights. So, ladies and gentlemen, moving forward, the article goes on to say that there are now 12 U.S. states that have introduced legislation to ban those boom shakalaka passports, Mr. Kelly told Sky News host Alan Jones. I've taken the legislation and executive order from Governor DeSantis in Florida. I've given that to the parliamentary drafters. I'll be introducing a bill to ban boom shakalaka passports in Australia as soon as Parliament recommences. Oh! Yeah, baby. Kudos to Craig Kelly. True blue Australian, mate. And that's what we need in Australia. What we need in Australia, mate, is not more government regulations to keep us safe. What we need in Australia, mate, is not more staying together by staying apart. What we need in Australia, mate, is a respect for the rule of law, the rule of sovereignty, freedom from aggression, freedom of information, freedom of speech, freedom to live your life without aggressing upon others, regardless of if you were black or white, or on team meh, or on team freedom, or on government, team government. Personally, I don't think the government should be able to do anything for that matter, unless, of course, it is giving you advice and dealing with the punishment of people that aggress upon individuals like you and I. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think. Do you think I'm in crazy land? Do you think I should just stop being selfish? I should get the jab? Or do you think I'm onto something? Until next time, be sure to like the video. Tell a friend, tell your mom. Check out the Telegram group if you want to stay in the know. If you love freedom, society, culture, and you want to just keep in touch with what I've been up to, I'm sure to check out Peaked High Blockchain, where I post a lot of related articles to conspiracies, news, politics, health, science. Until next time, Suri Namaskara Namaste. Peace be upon your butt cheeks. Until next time, the chocolate Nubian soul brother drops the wisdomatic truth bombs. Ow!
Let's agree to disagree. You can keep your vaccination and your sick indoctrination. I don't trust you, I don't believe what you say. You can cut me from society, I still got my community, and we'd rather do our thing anyway. I'm not anti-vax, I'm just anti-bullshit, and I'm aware of what you're trying to do, 'cause I got the facts. Stop trying to push it on me, I just wanna live my life and be free. So go ahead and bucks yourself and your crazy lies. I'm immune because I opened my eyes. So go ahead and bucks yourself and your messed up plans. I'll be in nature, hit me up when it ends.
What is liberty?
What the? Who says you can't build muscle on a vegan diet?
What's it like being a hottie in the vegan community?
There are no political solutions, only technological ones.
The economics of the system don't allow multiple competing systems to survive.
Engineering, technology, these arts of humanity, they are magic.